What's up, YouTube? It's Matt Yara here, giving you that content, that straight gold, that life-changing stories and whatever the fuck it is that I want to talk about from my brain. Today I'm going to talk about dancing. That's right, I'm a dancer. And I was listening to a lecture by a guy I follow, a gentleman by the name of Owen Cook, who had a bit of a controversial past, but he's pretty sweet. If you want to, look up some of his content online, I think he's really, really interesting. And one thing he talks about is let's put it this way. When someone is just really happy, when you're just in the zone, you feel good. You feel good about yourself. You feel good about your life. You're smiling. Everything feels good. One thing we do is we just naturally start to dance. When you feel fantastic, it's extremely easy to dance. Think about that. When you feel great, that's why people drink. It's much easier for them to dance. People who hate dancing, people who can't dance, what it is insecurity. They're afraid of judgment. But when you have zero fear of judgment and you feel fantastic, I believe that it is just part of the human psychology to just naturally dance, to just kind of bounce around. And think about it, if you see somebody dancing, do they look depressed? Do they look sad? Somebody just naturally dancing for any reason. You're going to assume that they're happy, right? Someone who's sad and depressed, what does that look like? It looks like contraction. It looks like they're just sitting on the couch, not moving. And so, one thing I've started doing, if being happy naturally turns into dancing, well then why can't we just reverse engineer that? Right? Proactively dance. And stop taking yourself so fucking seriously. And just like how if you smile, if you force yourself to smile, you will feel happy. If you force yourself to dance, you'll also feel happy. So that's a new habit that I'm trying to work on, is because I listen to music often, if I'm like either getting ready or whatever, I'll flip on a song. And for the most part, usually I just kind of listen to it. It becomes it stays in my head. I might like bob my head. But now I'm making a very proactive choice to turn on some music and dance with my whole body. And just feel free to look like an idiot. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm starting to do, just to start off my day. I don't have to, you don't have to dance for hours on end. Just one quick song and jump around. And so I'm trying to incorporate more dance into my life. And it feels good. It's just such an easy, simple way to proactively have some fun. Costs nothing. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything. And I think it's very important to find, because there's there's this sort of weird dichotomy in life, right? It's like, do you enjoy the moment, or do you put in the work to build towards your future? You know, people who go too hard into enjoying the moment end up addicted to drugs or sitting on their ass, not really building anything. And that's a problem. You know, being too lazy or becomes a sort of escape, seeking pleasure too often. And then the opposite side is the workaholic who only works and doesn't seek out joy and fun in the moment. And that has its own trap. What is the point of all the work if you never take the time to enjoy it? And another thing that Owen said is like, you have to teach yourself how to have fun sometimes, right? The kids naturally know how to have fun. But if you get too down the serious, then you lose the ability to just have fun. And dancing is fun. I think it's fun. And if you don't think it's fun, I think it's just my opinion. I think people who don't enjoy dancing, it's because they're suppressing something. Again, I kind of mentioned it before. I think that is a reflection of self-consciousness and insecurity. But someone who doesn't like dancing, if they were to identify what part of it, it's some kind of insecurity, if they release that, they would dance too. I do believe that. So, yeah, that's something that I'm starting to do. Just one little, in the morning, start my day off with a little dance. And see what that does for me. I'm in a good mood today. Started with a little dance. I just finished up at the gym. Gym's always playing music. I was doing a little dancing between my sets. And it's hard to not have fun if you're dancing. So it's just what's it called? Reverse engineering. It's a hack. That was the word. You just hack your way to happiness if you force yourself to dance just a little bit. So try it out. See what it does for you. I've been enjoying it. That's Metal Talk for today. Thanks for checking in. Peace.